Hey, welcome to Squarebody Stuff. I'm Chad, and this is another Motor Monday. Before we get into the engine we're going to talk about, I'm going to ask you first to please subscribe if you like what you're seeing here. Hit that like button, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment if you feel like it. Also, go down below and hit that Teespring link in my description box where you can go check out my merchandise. I just got these few displays here of my personal collection. I've got a lot more than that on my Teespring store, so go check that out. You might find something you like. There will be some more designs coming up in the near future. I am working on some, so hopefully you guys will appreciate that. The engine we're going to talk about today is a 6.2 liter, 379 cubic inch, naturally aspirated, indirect injected V8 diesel. Now, this diesel engine debuted in mid to late 1982. It boasted a 21.5 to 1 compression ratio. It had a bore of 3.980, and the stroke was a 3.800. These engines are often referred to as the Detroit diesel, but in all reality, this was not just a Detroit-built engine. This was a collaboration between GM, and Detroit basically kind of built it for them. Now, there were two versions of it available in the Squarebody trucks. Now, the first one we'll talk about will be the C code. The C code was the LH6 RPO code on the build sheet. It was a lighter duty version that was emission compliant with the EGR, lighter duty heads, and was found in your half-ton and light-duty 3/4 tons. The other version of this engine available in the Squarebody trucks was the J code. This was your heavy-duty version. This would be your RPO code LL4, and it would be found in anything with 8,500 pound GVW or higher. Also, the J code was the one found in your military vehicles. The J code engines did not have any EGR or emissions equipment on it. It had heavier duty heads, a little different injection pump, and a little bit more horsepower. Now, the torque on these 6.2 liters, either the C or the J code, ranged anywhere from 240 pound-feet of torque to 275 pound-feet. The horsepower range I found on these was anywhere from 135 to 160 horsepower. And as I mentioned before, they debuted in mid to late 1982, and they were available in about every different version: half-ton, 3/4, 1-ton, four-wheel drive, crew cab, suburban, blazer. These engines were available in every application of Squarebodies from 82 to 91. And from my research, you could pretty much get any transmission you wanted to behind these. Most typically would be your Turbo 400 3-speed automatic. I've also seen these things equipped with the 700R4 4-speed automatic with overdrive, the SM 465 heavy-duty 4-speed with the low first gear. There was also a great deal of these that was equipped with the MY6 NP 440 4-speed overdrive manual transmission. Now, these engines were never designed for heavy-duty pulling. They were mainly designed for fuel mileage. Now, with that said, they did have enough torque, and they could pull light to moderate loads. They're never going to be a Cummins or Duramax or even a Power Stroke. But for what they were originally designed for, they were actually a pretty decent engine. Now, there are a few performance gains you can get from these. I think Banks was probably one of the biggest ones that had an aftermarket turbo you could add to these things. The issue with that was they were never designed for extra power output. They were commonly played in stock form with head gasket failures, also main webs and the block cracking, crankshafts cracking. So they were not ever a good candidate to build a lot of horsepower. Now, with that said, there are some hardcore guys that really can get a lot out of these engines, but it does take quite a bit of work. And I've been around a couple of them that some guys have messed with, and they're actually pretty impressive for what they are once they get modified a little bit. As I said before, they're mainly designed for fuel mileage and light to moderate hauling. Well, that's pretty much all I've got on this 6.2 liter diesel engine that was available in the Squarebodies from 82 through 91. If you have anything to add, please feel free to add it in the comments, and we'll go over it. Till next time, y'all keep your square bodies rolling. We'll catch you later.